How do you know? How do you know that you're not exactly where you need to be? Everything right now happening to you is happening for you. Maybe all of this is going to lead you to exactly where you want to be. Maybe all of this is asking you to want to know where you want to be. Everything's right on schedule. Everything's right on track. The universe is not making any mistakes for you. You wanted to be here in this moment before you came down into this teeny tiny body to have the human individual experience. Okay? So you're right on track. You're on your path. And the other day, I had this very fun epiphany moment because I was thinking about the law of one. And if anybody's ever watched like Rick and Morty, the show, there's this character called Unity. It's one of my favorites. And I bought a Funko not that long ago that I found at a store. And it was funny because Unity's on the box. It says 444, like number 444, a divine synchronizing number. My point is, though, is taking the human individual experience, because we are multidimensional divine beings here on planet Earth, enjoying the human experience individually. However, there is the essence of all. I mean, could you imagine being Source? Having everything instantly, if you want it. Whatever you want to experience, you can have it. Yeah. And then you decide, well, I'm going to create this world that I can go into, completely forget everything that I knew so I can remember who I am and choose this path so I can get to where I want to be. Yeah. And then you go through the veil of amnesia, through the birthing process, to completely forget that you are this divine spiritual being. You never leave heaven. You never leave your connection to Source. And the other day, I was walking out of one of the stores that I was grocery shopping in, and I realized as I was looking around everybody that it just hit me, this is so beautiful. This is so beautifully created that every day you get to experience the veil of amnesia over and over. You get to think that this human experience is all there is. It's not just through the birthing process and coming here on Earth and forgetting that you're a divine spiritual being connected to Source energy, because you are. You chose to come here in this teeny tiny body and completely forget who you are so you can remember who you are, so you can learn how to manipulate energy and create. You wanted to relearn how to create. Instead of just snap of a finger, instant manifestation, you wanted to experience the process. You wanted to experience learning the law of attraction. You wanted to feel every single emotion that you could possibly feel. Yeah. It's so easy to fall back into forgetting that, because you're looking at all this like human life on Earth. You have all your things coming up, human situations, whatever, and the illusion that you're this human and that's all there is keeps kicking in. That veil of amnesia we get to experience constantly. That's how beautifully it was created, that you get to forget constantly and keep reminding yourself constantly that you are this divine spiritual being. Now it's time to start knowing that you're a divine spiritual being. That's the whole point of being meditated and becoming this version of you, is to constantly know, and then everything else changes. Start being this version of you, and everything else in your life will reflect back to you, because this is all just an illusion. This is all just a simulation. What if it really is? Can't be possible that when you die, you croak, that's it. No, you pass on, and when you wake up to the fullness of who you really are, you're like, oh man, this round of life was great. Let's go do another round. You might take a little break though. And a long time ago, take 1700s or whatever, when electricity didn't exist, somebody thought they could figure it out. And it did. It just like happened. Could you imagine like not having lights and then one day you just had lights? I'm like, what? And we're just so used to it and accustomed to having these things that at one point it didn't exist. And science is starting to prove a lot of things. And if we take something like a placebo effect, those actually work. And why? Because you believe it. The only answer to it is because the person genuinely believes and knows that it's going to help them or it's going to do this for them. What if you just made a little capsule focused on you believing that this is what's going to happen if you eat this pill, and you do it every single day for a while, and eventually it just happens. Just the thought, right? Point is though, is it's so great. And what I was thinking about was going through the veil of amnesia. You get to keep constantly going through it. Even when you get spiritual, even when you meditate, you open your eyes and you can easily, very quickly fall back into the amnesia of this is it. This is your human life. Just because everything you want isn't here yet, this is it. It's not true. It's a constant reminder that you are this spiritual, eternal being experiencing the human experience individually. Everybody is a fragment of yourself, essentially. You have your soul, your oversoul, keeps going, and then eventually you reach the source. We are all connected in this way. And that's the thing that is important to remember, is that we are unity, that we are together. And the more you keep thinking and being a certain vibration, the more the universe or your world is going to keep reflecting that to you. Who you're being is going to keep being reflected to you at all times. So choose who you want to be and keep remembering and know that you are divine, that you are this being and you are a co-creator. So, yeah. Love and light vibration out.